Fully vaccinated senior citizens in GCQ and modified GCQ areas can now go outside their homes. Let's talk about this some more with Dr. Shelley de Vega, Director of the Institute of Aging at UP Manila. She is also a member of the Interim National Immunization Technical Advisory Group, or NITAG. Good evening, Dr. Shelley. First off, what was your reaction when you heard that senior citizens are now being allowed by the IATF outside their homes?
Good afternoon, Sean. Well, of course, that is one of our recommendations. That has been one of our recommendations, and this is good news to many of us who work for senior citizens. We geriatricians have always been advocating for more independence for fully vaccinated patients, especially our senior citizens, because we understand that their mobility really is linked to their healthy aging and quality of life. So this is welcome news for us who take care of senior citizens.
All right, and on top of that, some advocates also believe that allowing immunized elderly to go out will actually persuade more members of the A2 priority group or senior citizens to get inoculated. Do you agree with us?
That is possible because one of the main reasons why older persons do not want to be vaccinated is their fear of side effects. And as we experienced early on during the vaccination campaign, only a few senior citizens were being vaccinated or received the vaccine. But as soon as they noted that their neighbors and friends had very minimal or no side effects, more senior citizens started to get the vaccine. So definitely there is a, not necessarily a bandwagon, but more confidence after observing some of their peers get the vaccine.
That's right, and I think that even applies to other age groups that are younger, Dr. Shelley. Now,
that's true.
Yeah. Are there any other ways you think that we can encourage the elderly, and maybe even not just the elderly, to get vaccinated? Of course, we're calling that the government did fail to reach their target for the A2 or senior citizen cluster, partly because of vaccine hesitancy. But again, we do note that this does happen across all age groups.
Well, it's not only hesitancy of the senior citizens, but we realize in several studies that their children sometimes do not want to have their parents vaccinated. Now, this is what we call ageism, I think, because they think that older people are too frail, too weak, but actually they are the ones who need the vaccine the most. So family members, even doctors who do not usually take care of older people, need to know that senior citizens can take the vaccine and will benefit the most. Other obstacles are really programmatic in nature. It has to do with the supply, We really have to assure senior citizens that they will have enough supplies, plus transportation to where the vaccine centers are, if possible. Get the vaccine as close to their home as possible. For those who are bedridden, to get it at home, or the barangay center in the neighborhood would be a good area where they can receive their vaccine. Some churches have been willing to have seniors come to vaccinate. And, of course, we need to enlist civil society organizations, federations and organizations of senior citizens, because they know where the senior citizens are and how to convince their group mates to get the vaccine.
All right, and of course, it's been 15 months since senior citizens are finally being allowed outside their homes. How do we encourage? Yeah, it's been so long. So
it's been so long.
It's been so long. How do we then encourage these fully vaccinated seniors to still follow minimum health standards? Of course, they must be experiencing the most pandemic fatigue out of everyone.
Well, it really depends on a very good communication plan. The role of media is very important, of course. We really need to continually put forth that recommendation and convince even those fully vaccinated to wear their masks, face shields, maintain social distancing, wash their hands frequently. These are very, very important message, even to, all age groups who have been vaccinated.
Right now, let's take it a little bit broader. The government has restricted interzonal travel for seniors for quite some time now. But now they're allowing it, but only if it's point to point. Do you think that more measures should be put in place for the senior sector? Do you have any more suggestions based on what we know so far about the guidelines?
sometimes it can be confusing, and a lot of people are confused about what MECQ means and ECQ means. So that has to be really very clear. But I have had several patients consult me who become very weak, really. They lose muscle mass, they become very thin and depressed because of this prolonged lockdown. They really do not thrive very well if we ask them to just stay home. So the message here is if we know where the senior wants to go, that some place that is meaningful to him or her, and they are accompanied by responsible adults, that they have been fully vaccinated, and that people who, for example, the resort where they are going to, or the house or province that they go to, already also have people there who are fully vaccinated, then it makes that point-to-point travel safer for senior citizens.
All right, thank you so much for your insights. That was Dr. Shelley de la Vega of head of UP Manila's Center for Aging and member of the NITAG. Thank you, Dr. Shelley.